Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about how to glow from the inside out. And speaking of glow, today I'm going to share with you my brightening routine. I'm going to show you what I'm doing tonight, but quite honestly, it's not just about what I do tonight. It's about what I do on a weekly basis consistently throughout the weeks and months. So I'm going to be sharing with you what I'm doing on other nights and other days to really reach my skincare goals. Tonight, I really want to break down this method, that I've been teaching over the last couple of months about being specific with your skincare goals, how to break those goals down into actionable steps, and how to identify the products that are going to help you to achieve those results. I'm going to put it all into action for you tonight and show you how to get brighter, glowier, healthier looking skin. So this is what I've been doing over the last couple of months. If you're so ready, give the video a big thumbs up and let's jump into the glow. All right, so I am pulling my hair back first and foremost because we're gonna go in for a nice cleanse tonight. And I do wanna share with you the goals, the specific goals that I'm targeting with my brightening, because that's really the first step to achieving any type of result with your skincare routine is being specific about what you wanna see change, right? So when it comes to brightening, that word can mean a lot of different things. So for me personally, in my brightening journey, first and foremost, I want to be targeting hyperpigmentation. And for me, there's two forms of pigmentation on my skin. Number one, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So that's the dark mark that you get after a pimple. And then I also have some sun damage, some freckling from just an accumulation, of a lifetime, right, of sun exposure. So that's definitely something that interferes with my skin brightness. Now, I also want to target the overall complexion. Sometimes my skin can take on a little bit more redness, especially around the nose area. Sometimes it can look a little bit dull depending on the season, depending on, my lifestyle habits, right? So just an overall complexion evenness can really contribute to glowy skin. In addition to an even complexion, I do want to focus on healthy looking skin. An even complexion is one thing, but that lit from within vitality to the skin is another quality in addition to an even complexion. And so I really want to focus on that really healthy looking skin. And my fourth goal is hydrated skin with a strong moisture barrier. Now, my skin type is prone to dehydration, so this is a little bit more higher level for me, and it can make a really big difference. But you know that your skin barrier is the root of healthy, glowy skin. And when my skin barrier is not functioning properly, I'm not holding on to hydration as well, and it can definitely lead to more breakouts, to dull looking skin, definitely not healthy skin. So I know that all these different qualities really overall contribute to my brightening goals. And so it's not just about getting rid of the dark marks, right? So I want you to understand the goals that I'm looking to achieve as I'm building out this skincare routine. All right, so this is the Beauty of Joseon Radiance Balm Cleanser. I am going in for a double cleanse today because I do have some makeup on. I'm actually wearing mascara, which I don't usually wear, quite honestly, and that can sometimes be tricky to remove. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting a really good, thorough cleanse, which is really the foundation of any skincare routine and any goal, right? You want to start off with a really good, clean canvas. So this is La Roche-Posay Gentle Foaming Cleansing Oil. This is, unlike the name suggests, not a cleansing oil, but just a gentle moisturizing foaming cleanser. So this isn't necessarily like the oil cleanser or like the balm cleanser that I use to remove my makeup. I find these names super confusing, especially because when you look at the ingredients list, there's no oil in this cleanser. All right, this is the Make Prem Essence Toner, and this is part of my goals for hydrating and plumping my skin and keeping my skin barrier happy by layering up some toner, because I definitely find when my skin is more hydrated, when it's more smooth, the glow definitely comes out a lot better. And then I'm quickly gonna go in for a layer of the Haruharu Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. And this is a very creamy, as you can see, milky type of essence. It's very moisturizing. It's, still a little chilly here, February, right? My skin has gone through it this winter for sure, but this has definitely helped it get through a lot easier. And this is really focused in on strengthening your skin barrier, but there's also some great antioxidants in here, some fermented content, and some rice, which is a great strong, as I said, antioxidant. Now, that is definitely a category of product that can play into that healthy lit from within glow that I was talking about before. You know, it's not just about having even skin, it's about having healthy skin. That's truly the difference between people who just have like clear skin and people who have bright skin, in my personal opinion, is really feeding the health of your skin with antioxidants, amino acids, peptides, the vitamins and the minerals and all of those good like little micronutrients that are found in the skin that help to protect our skin, that help to rejuvenate the skin, that help the skin work better overall. These little things that we don't always focus our attention on. We're always thinking like exfoliation and like collagen stimulation, right? But these ingredients play their role. They have a great supportive role in healthy looking skin. So I am going to be using Retinaldehyde tonight. Now this is my collagen stimulating ingredient of choice for my well-aging goals, which I'm not entirely talking about in tonight's video. You know, this is all about brightening, but you may know that retinoids as a class of ingredient can help to brighten the skin. They can help with hyperpigmentation. They can help with sun damage. They can help to even out the complexion. Absolutely. They also contribute to bright, glowy skin because they help with skin cell turnover. So that not only helps to improve the quality of skin, the texture of skin, the smoothness, right? But when you're constantly turning over the skin cells, you have fresher, more renewed skin coming through. And that is also contributing to that even complexion and really combating dull skin. They also can be helpful for folks who suffer with acne, particularly because they can help to reduce inflammation and they can also help with skin cell turnover. I will say, you all have noticed the progress in my skin over the last 6 to 9 months. Truly, it's been a journey. I started in spring of 2024 with like a whole new way of doing skincare, and it's really paid off for me. But why I really nailed in on the Paula's Choice Retinaldehyde is because not only is it doing the well-aging stuff that I talked about and contributing to a glow, it is particularly good for the type of acne and the type of inflamed clogged pores that I get that contribute to my post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. And that's the dark mark that's left after acne or any inflammatory event on the skin. Depending on your skin tone and the melanin in your skin, you may have a darkening response to inflammation on your skin, and I do. So I was constantly struggling with a cycle of breakouts, hyperpigmentation, breakouts, hyperpigmentation. And yes, you have to get the breakouts under control, but because I'm getting so much post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, controlling the amount of inflammation that's occurring on my skin in the first place helps to minimize and control the damage of that pigmentation. There is retinaldehyde in here, but there's also a second retinoid, because this product is called Retinaldehyde Dual Retinoid Treatment. And the dual retinoid in here is a kind of a more novel retinoid called adapanoid. And it's a newer version of adapalene, another retinoid that is particularly good at targeting inflamed acne and inflamed clogged pores. So I actually started using this in my skincare routine in summer of 2024, and I haven't looked back since. And I really do credit this product for really accelerating the benefits for brightening my skin, because I really don't have any hyperpigmentation at all. I had a little, here it is. I had a little bit here on my cheek. I had one pimple. It was so funny. I'm going to put on my eye cream while I tell you about this, which is the Skin 1004 Probio-cica Bakuchiol eye cream. I'm going to put this on before the retinoid just to protect that delicate eye area. I had this funny pimple. It was like less than 24-hour pimple on my face. And like I said, my skin's been very clear for a few months now, and I feel like I should knock on some wood somewhere for having said that, because you know I'm gonna wake up with something tomorrow. But anyways, I had this fluke pimple. It was like an infected clogged pore. It wasn't even like a full on like acne lesion, you know what I mean? I went to bed with clear skin, and I woke up the next morning, kind of like bumped my cheek, and I was like, what's this? Like, I feel something on my like perfect smooth skin. Whatever. But I was like, my skin's usually really soft and smooth. What's this like hard lump? And I was like, I felt it. I was like, no way. And then I looked in the mirror. I was like, what? And it was like this inflamed little clogged pore that was just like trying to make its poor little way up to the surface, but it kind of got trapped in my skin, and it was like swelling up. And I was like, no. And then when I did my skincare that very night, it was at the like, most beautiful head, and it just like came cleanly out of my skin with like no trauma. But because it was inflamed for like, I don't know, 16 hours or something on my skin, I did get the darkening on my skin. This is my joke about it. The pimple lasted 12, 16 hours on my skin, right? But the hyperpigmentation lasted on my skin for like 3 weeks, right? So I'm going to put the retinoid on now. I also just want to quickly let you know, this bottle is still my original bottle from August. I bought another one because I love this so much, but I think because I was a tretinoin user for so long that do you see me? I'm so careful about the amount that I put on, that this bottle is lasting me a long time. So, okay, let's get back to the routine though, right? Because you're here for like the structure of the routine. I'm doing my Retinaldehyde here from Paula's Choice. I do this about 4 times a week right now in the winter, sometimes 3 times a week. Now, when it was a little bit nicer, meaning not cold and dry, I was almost getting up to 5 to 6 times a week with this. A video that I did in the summer of 2024 showing you my active cycling routine. In that video, I was using azelaic acid 15% and cycling between that and a retinaldehyde product and the AHA. I have since dropped the azelaic acid product. The Paula's Choice, like I said, because it's a dual, a lot of what is in here, the 2 retinoids working together, have targeted the inflammation and the acne in the same way I was using azelaic acid, that it actually made azelaic acid redundant. So I actually dropped that out of my routine. So let me tell you about AHA, because I do use a high percentage AHA wash-off mask 1 time a week, and I've been doing that for a really long time now, at least a year, if not longer, quite honestly. Now, this mask is from Dr. Idriss. It's the Major Fade Flash Mask, and I absolutely love this because it's 15% of glycolic acid, 3% of lactic acid. So 2 very good AHA chemical exfoliants. And then there's also some tranexamic acid in this mask too, which is a great brightening ingredient that targets pigmentation on the skin. So there's some really great actives in here. Now I use the AHA, like I said, once a week. I do have fairly sensitive skin, and I have found that using high percentage of AHA has given me problems in the past. So I'm just very cautious with this mask. But quite honestly, my skin tolerates this super well at 1 time a week, and I'm getting really good results with it. I don't feel like I have to blast my skin with it more times a week. I just kind of like sketch it into my weekly rotation of masks. So this is awesome because it helps again with skin cell turnover, and that's such an important component to even toned complexion, quite honestly. When you kind of like work at it and chip at it away, when you're consistent with your products, you will start to see that type of result. Your skin's not going to look as dull and as uneven, especially with AHA. It's the perfect exfoliant for that. It also, when I do have hyperpigmentation on my face, it helps to fade that faster because it's increasing the skin cell turnover. So it's helping to speed up the cycle of the healing and the skin cycle in general. It also makes my skin incredibly smooth, right? Because it's kind of like helping with the overall quality and structure. So over time, my skin has gotten a lot smoother and a lot softer. That tends to bounce more light. And when your skin is hydrated and smooth and bouncing light, it looks brighter, right? And smoother and glowier, right? That is another kind of minor thing people don't think about. It's just like the smoothness of your skin. Bouncing light will make your skin look more luminous and more chewy and dewy and healthy and lit from within, right? So it's about all these qualities coming together. Now, I also just want to quickly revisit the healthy skin goal, because I already talked about all the micronutrients that we can build into our skincare routine that will kind of help to feed the health of our skin over time and will make it look like we've been drinking all our water and eating all our vegetables, right? That reflects through. I just want to mention a few other products that I have been rotating in and out depending on what I'm using. So like for serums, I really like a good peptide serum in the morning, and peptides can, they don't all just like stimulate collagen or target fine lines and wrinkles. Some of them actually contribute to brighter looking skin. Some of them contribute to a better quality with the skin overall, with the tone and texture. And so I've found the Geek and Gorgeous Power Peptide Serum. I was using that for many months. Absolutely love it. Want to go back to that at some point, but I'm always testing something new. The Peach and Lily Copper Peptide Pro Firming Serum. I just emptied that a few weeks ago, and that was another goodie that I noticed was really contributing to that healthy glow to my skin. A few that I'm cycling through right now include the VT PDRN Serum, which you've seen me use over the last couple of months as well. That's given me extremely good results, especially for reducing redness on the skin, and really just increasing the vitality of my skin, firmness, smoothness, plumpness of my skin too. This is definitely something that helps me to achieve that brighter, glowier skin that you see today. And then the Numbuzin number 9 NAD Plus Bio Lifting Sil Essence. I just started using this in January, and it actually kind of reminds me a lot of the PDRN serum in a different way, but like there's a lot of similarities from the texture to how it makes my skin feel. Lots of different peptides in this one too. And then NAD, interesting ingredient. I want to test this out a little bit more to really see what it can do for my skin, but it's a really interesting ingredient that helps with healing your skin and rejuvenating your skin at a cellular level. There's a difference between just clear skin, right? And healthy, luminous skin. And I think these types of ingredients and these types of products can actually be that difference between just merely clear skin, which is already quite an achievement, right? And really healthy, youthful, dewy, glowy skin. So Stratia Lipid Gold, and then I'm also using the Fortify Oil Blend from Stratia. I usually do about a pump. Sometimes I do two. I've gone back down to one pump. My skin is not as dry as it was back in December and January. And then I am doing 1, 2, count it, 3 drops of the Fortify Facial Oil, which is a blend of different oils with a good omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acid content. And then Lipid Gold is all about keeping your skin barrier strong with ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids, some niacinamide, some sea buckthorn, which is where it gets that golden color from. And I've been doing this mixture of Stratia with some form of oil, often their oil, since 2018. And let me tell you why. Because it keeps my barrier really strong. In 2018, I damaged my moisture barrier very, very badly. Like I was like, I have no moisture barrier. My barrier is broken. It was really, really bad. And let me tell you, that was probably the worst skin I've ever had. Ever. Because my barrier wasn't functioning, my skin was really dull, really red and inflamed because it was so dehydrated because the barrier wasn't working. And I had some of the most horrible acne ever. This is why, if you've tuned into my channel recently or in the last couple of years, you're like, why is she so obsessed with the barrier? This is why. I never want that to happen again. But I also wanted to illustrate why it's important to keep your eye on your moisture barrier, especially for brightening goals, because you heard what I said. It was dull. It was lifeless. It was uneven. It was just the worst skin the worst quality skin, because you can't get any of that other stuff happening on your skin, the glowiness and the smoothness and all of that. You can't if your barrier is not strong. So I always make sure that I build that into my routine because it's really the foundation, that strong foundation for me to really build a good, effective skincare routine so I can reach my goals. So while the Lipid Gold and the oil sink into my skin just a little bit more before I top it off with moisturizer, let me talk about a few other things, that I do for bright skin. Sunscreen. This is a nighttime routine, so I won't be putting sunscreen on to go to bed. I've seen some videos that suggest doing that. That's silly and wasteful and not necessary at all. But sunscreen every single morning, absolutely yes. This is a really important habit to build, especially if you're trying to brighten your skin, if you're working on hyperpigmentation, of course, if you're working on sun damage, right? This is definitely one of the most important steps for chipping away at sun damage. And then I'm just finishing off with one of my favorite moisturizers, which is the Cerave Moisturizing Cream. It is a really nice medium weight cream, and it is really great for your skin barrier too. It's got ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids, and what I really like about this is the petrolatum that's in it. It's a really great occlusive ingredient. So it just helps to hug in all of this moisture and hydration that I've really lovingly layered onto my oh, I touched the microphone. Hopefully it doesn't sound crazy. All the layers that I have lovingly layered onto my skin, right? This just helps to seal it all in and will fight dehydration while I'm sleeping too, because I am still pretty prone to that in the winter time. Okay, that's a lot of information. So I just want to give you those key takeaways and just recap all this information. Be specific about your goals. I want to brighten my skin, but I understand that there's a lot of different qualities that go into bright, healthy, dewy, glowy looking skin. So first and foremost, I need to target pigmentation on my skin in the form of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, dark marks from acne, as well as sun damage using active ingredients that target those things on my skin. That includes retinaldehyde, the adaptonoid, as well as the glycolic acid and lactic acid in my routines. It also means that I want to focus on an even complexion with my skin. So that means combating dullness and anything that is interfering with my skin looking even. And, all of those active ingredients will target that, as well as wearing a sunscreen every single day. I want to focus on the health of my skin, helping to feed a lot of antioxidants, amino acids, peptides into my routine to feed the health of my skin, because that's where that inner glow comes from, that lit from within luminous look to skin. It's not just clear skin, but it's healthy skin. And so I focus in on those supportive products that give me all of those micronutrients to support my skin health goals. And then finally, I really focus on healthy, hydrated skin with a strong moisture barrier, because that is also going to contribute to a healthy, even complexion. It's going to resist the breakouts, and just overall, it is the root of all of our health goals, right? So that's how I take a goal, I break it down into actionable steps, the products that I use to achieve it, and the weekly schedule that I use, using retinol 4 times a week, adding in an AHA mask once a week, not breaking away from it too much, because it's all about patience and consistency. So I hope you enjoyed me breaking down this method for you and showing you how I've achieved the results I have over the last couple of months, because I have been getting some questions. So if you have any other questions or any comments or anything that you like to do to brighten your skin, let us all know in the comments below. If you love this video, it was helpful for you, but you haven't hit subscribe, please, I'd be so honored if you come join our skincare community. Turn on notifications so you're never out of the loop. Please keep shining your light. We need you. I love you. Thanks for being here with me today, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.